What's up everyone, it's Nick Vazquez here and we are back with another Greater Toronto Area real estate market update video. So like always, we're going to go over the stats for the month of April and then after we'll look at some of the stats specifically for Mississauga. Now before we get into that, if you do like the video, if you find it informative, if it's valuable to you at all, please do me a huge favor, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button and drop a comment below. Let me know what you think, let me know what you think I should change, what you think about the video, if I should add or delete anything. Would love to hear from you. So do that, like, comment, subscribe, would seriously appreciate it. Let's get started with total residential transactions. There were 8,008 total transactions reported in April, which is down 41.2% compared to April of last year. We also saw a 26% decrease in the total transactions relative to March of 2022. So compared to last month, total transactions are down by 26%. Activity in the market has slowed down a lot, which is not really typical for this time of year. Typically in the spring, things are a lot more active. There's a lot more transactions happening and things are a lot more hot. That's not the case this year. One notable stat in this category is that the decline of sales was actually more prevalent in the 905 area code, specifically in the detached market segment. So it seems like there's not many transactions happening in that market segment. Obviously, the detached market segment in the suburbs around Toronto did see huge growth throughout the pandemic, and it seems like things are starting to slow down there. Now, moving on to total new listings are down by 11.7% compared to April of 2021. We had 18,413 new listings this month compared to the 20,841 we saw this time of last year. New listings in April were also down compared to last month in March, as more and more sellers are becoming a little more wary of the market and they're putting off their plans to sell. It's a really tough time now for sellers due to just how hard the market shifted and how quickly it shifted. I'll touch a little bit more on this after we get the average selling price out of the way. The average selling price for the GTA as a whole is now $1.254 million. That number is up 15% compared to last year, but has gone down compared to last month. If you remember my last market update video, the average selling price for the month of March was just under $1.3 million. We're about 50K less than that this month, which represents a seasonally adjusted decline of 6.4%, which is kind of a lot. Another thing to note is that this is the second month in a row where prices have been going down, which is not very typical for this time of year because again, it's the springtime. Normally prices are going up at this time of the year, but that's not what we're seeing right now. So looking at the market as a whole, the market has changed very dramatically and very quickly as the Bank of Canada has been aggressively raising their rates, causing borrowing costs to sharply increase. Because of this, obviously, people are a little bit scared now and home buyers have decided to delay their plans to purchase right now and kind of just wait and see what's going to happen. This is not entirely unexpected though, because whenever rates go up, buyer hesitancy goes up as well. So this was definitely an expected outcome from all these rate hikes. And obviously, with a lot of buyers deciding to sit on the sidelines, there's not as many buyers in the market looking to buy, which means competition has decreased. It does kind of seem like the Bank of Canada has achieved its goal of trying to fight inflation and get that under control. It'll be kind of interesting to see what they do going forward, trying to balance their fight against inflation, but not just completely killing the economic growth or the real estate market or anything like that. So it'll be kind of interesting to see what they do. Obviously, they've already kind of done a lot of damage and scared away a lot of buyers, which honestly the market needed because it was a little too hot, but I am interested to see what they do, if they're gonna keep aggressively raising rates or if they're gonna kind of chill out and, raise rates less frequently and by lesser amounts. But anyways, we'll have to kind of wait and see what goes on there. Basically, the main takeaway from this past month is that many buyers and sellers are kind of just waiting around to see what's gonna happen with the market. A lot of sellers are having a tough time selling right now as they're just not getting as much interest as they expected. Homes are selling for less than they expected. They're getting offers that aren't as high as they wanted. And like I said, a lot of buyers are kind of scared. They want to wait and see what the market's gonna do. I personally have a lot of clients who were going to buy or sell this spring who have decided they just want to wait. They don't want to, play in this field of uncertainty, which is understandable. There's just a lot of uncertainty right now with the market and it does kind of feel recession-y. Obviously, things have slowed down a lot and prices are heading in a downward direction. So, time for the big question. Is this the start of the Toronto real estate market crash that many people have called for over the last decade? And I hate to do this to you, but please forgive me. You're gonna have to subscribe and wait till next week's video just because there is a lot of information here to unpack and I don't want to make this video way too long. Besides, I think you'll learn some stuff that isn't really talked about a lot right now. I'm not hearing much about it and I'd rather make it its own standalone video rather than buried in this one. So sorry, I do apologize, you're gonna have to wait till next week, but please subscribe so you can see what's going on in the market, what insights I have, and where I kind of think we are in the cycle. Anyways, let's get into some of the numbers for Mississauga. In April, there were 720 sales in Mississauga, and the average price of a home is $1.17 million. That number is 14.2% higher than last year and 1% lower than last month. The average price for a detached home is $1.769 million, which is about 15K more than last month. A semi-detached will cost you $1.174, which is about almost 100K less than last month. The average price for a townhome is $1.175, so it's a little bit higher than the semi, you could see there. And that has also dropped by 35K compared to last month. A condo townhome comes in at around $921K, which is almost 50K less than last month. And finally, a condo apartment averages at about $707K, which is about 30K less than last month. Anyways, I hope you found this information valuable and informative. If you have any questions at all, if you are thinking of buying or selling a house in the GTA, or you just want to chat about any real estate needs you have or anything that's bothering you, any questions you have, please feel free to reach out to me. My contact info is right here. You can hit me up whatever way works for you. And of course, like always, if you do like the video, please make sure you hit that thumbs up button. It does motivate me to keep putting out content on the channel, so please do that. Hit that thumbs up button. Also, make sure you are subscribed because we are going to put out that video next week explaining more about what's going on in the market and where I think we are in the cycle. That's it for me though, so enjoy the rest of your week and we'll see you in the next one.